Right. Okay. So this is the case. This was out in a kind of in the boonies part of Texas. A police officer in a department with 3 officers. He was one of 3 in the entire department. Was sent to a gas station fight late at night. Reports of a fight. He got there. He encountered a suspect, Jonathan Price. The officer happens to be white. Jonathan Price happens to be black. The officer starts questioning Price. It seems like he may have been involved in a fight that just happened at the gas station. The officer goes to secure. Jonathan Price is acting in a weird way, acting intoxicated, glassy. His demeanor is, well, that of a drunk person, really. This is caught on body camera footage. The officer goes to secure Jonathan Price with handcuffs for further investigation. There's a crowd of people there, by the way. Some of them are apparently friends of the suspect, so the officer is by himself. It's at night. People are drunk. There's been a fight. He's a little nervous, as you might expect. So he goes to secure Jonathan Price, the suspect. Jonathan Price is non-compliant, starts to walk away. And you don't just get to walk away under these circumstances. The officer deploys his taser, tases Jonathan Price as he's walking away. Jonathan Price, the taser is ineffective, as they so often are. And Price basically starts climbing his way up the cables, up the wires, towards the taser in the officer's hand. The officer gets his pistol out now, so he's got the muzzle on Jonathan Price. He's giving orders for him to, stop, get back, get down. And Jonathan Price just keeps closing on the officer until he reaches out towards the officer's pistol, at which time the officer shoots him. That officer was charged in that death and acquitted. And my analysis of that case, the officer was Sean Lucas, S-H-A-U-N, Lucas, was that it was a lawful use of force by the officer under the circumstances. So Robert is asking about that case. He believes my assessment is incorrect. He has problems with the elements of proportionality and reasonableness. At no time did the suspect act in a hostile or aggressive way toward the officer. Well, he did. He was advancing on the officer's gun, and the officer shouting at him to stay back and get down. That's a hostile and aggressive conduct just before he was shot. Prior to that, when the officer was only deploying the taser, it's not necessary that the suspect act in a hostile or aggressive way. The officer is making a lawful arrest, a lawful detention. He's entitled to use force to compel compliance with his lawful orders. And that use of force can be in the form of a taser. Certainly, he would have been entitled to go hands-on. And if you're entitled to go hands-on, you're entitled to use the taser. Under use of force law, I'm not talking about his department policies. Those aren't laws. Those are policy preferences. So you can shoot a suspect with a taser when the suspect's walking away. In fact, the way you're taught to use the taser is specifically to shoot suspects in the back with the taser. So yeah, Robert, there's nothing in your communication here that would change my analysis there. Obviously, reasonable people can disagree, but nothing's changed in my analysis that the officer's use of force. Now, could the officer have made more optimal decisions in the event? Sure, but those are separate matters. They're not part of a use of force analysis. They may be arguments to make for changing department policy or how officers approach these kinds of conflicts. Lots of things could be done differently. But at the moment the officer here used force, his use of force was lawful, both in the taser and in the ultimate shooting.